With that said, political reporter Annaliese Nielson joins us live now from Canberra. Annaliese, good evening to you. So as we speak, an emergency meeting of the National Cabinet is underway. What's expected to come out of it?
Well, we are expecting to hear about this discussion on school closures. What people are demanding is a national uniform approach. That's what we're hearing from Labor in particular, but also it does seem to be the priority of the federal government. Now, it was just a short time ago, the Health Minister, Greg Hunt, was telling our colleague, Shari Markson, that he thinks the advice from experts is that schools should remain open. The argument there has been that they need to keep schools open so essential healthcare workers can continue to go to work to leave their kids at school. The advice we've had is if they don't, then up to 30% of the healthcare workforce could be impacted. But it's the states that seem to be moving on their own on this. It was Victoria, as you heard today, saying that they're going to close schools from Tuesday. Now, it is a small distinction in that they were heading into their school holidays regardless. They'd already brought the Friday forward to be a pupil-free day so that teachers could use that day to see how they could move their curriculum online in anticipation of schools potentially being closed after the holidays. They've decided to bring that forward 3 days along with that shutdown on essential services, or non-essential services rather, that you mentioned. So that's a big move by Victoria. It's one of the more populous states to make such a dramatic move, and it shows that they are starting to go it alone. And
just outline, Annaliese, if you would mind, essential services. What are they?
That is a very interesting question, and we are expecting a clearer definition after this National Cabinet meeting because it does seem like they are slightly different between New South Wales and Victoria at the moment. One of the points of distinction I will make after we've established that essential services will be things like petrol stations, supermarkets, pharmacies, those will all stay open. One of the things that's causing a bit of consternation at the moment is bottle shops. Are they essential services or not? It depends on who you are. We just heard that Coles has said that they will be keeping their bottle shops open, but that is an interesting question. Is it worth the risk of spreading the virus? Other questions remain around things like public transport, and the advice we've had on that so far has been that it should stay open because you're unlikely to be exposed to anyone for a long enough period of time to contract coronavirus, and so that outweighed the impact of being able to go on public transport. But that could change from tomorrow as well.
Just quickly, Annaliese, before you go, domestic travel, there's bans on those today, or they are coming. When are they expected to kick in and for how long?
Well, this is another question because it's already being impacted by flights already being wound back by our major carriers. It seems like it's going to be pushed really by Tasmania already locking down, which we had last week. WA today has said it's closing its borders as well, but this is all allowing still essential travel. So for things like medical specialists, they can still travel. People who are in charge of freight can still move. So it will really, I think, the impact will come when our most populous states get on board with these kind of measures, like New South Wales, like Victoria. We're expecting a much stronger statement from New South Wales tomorrow. They've been a bit more hesitant in being in line with the National Cabinet. That might be going along party lines. Victoria's a Labor state that don't mind going it alone a bit more, but this is something where everyone's crying out for a national approach, and so that's why this National Cabinet's been brought forward to tonight.